So namba inaendelea ikisonga, yeah. Last time tulikuwa na gari 3. Sasa tushapata ingine tumeongeza. Sasa zimefika 4. So by the time imefika December, nataka kuwa na magari kama 50. Yeah, zikipita tu ni za civic education. Sio za kupiga siasa because hatujaanza siasa. Honestly mimi nikianza siasa hata hapa hamtapumua because my blood is purely a politician. And apart from being a politician, I also believe I'm a leader. Na ndio maana hata nikiweka hii space you guys can join and we can have concrete discussion without interruption. That's now the quality of a leader. So personally I've always believed that I'm both a politician and a leader. Lakini William Samoei Ruto is only a politician. Raila Odinga at some point he used to be a leader, but now he opted to be a full politician. Rigathi Gachagua is just huyo ni jamaa fulani wa drama tu. He's just doing some drama. I don't know him. And the likes of Wetangula is a politician, yeah, because whatever he has been doing, honestly, nyinyi mnajua. The only person mwenye naweza sema is both a politician and a leader, it's none other than me. Yeah, hiyo mimi si atinajipiga kifua, but I believe so. And so guys, civic education, tomorrow we headed to the Rift Valley, but of course tutanzia somewhere in kunaitwaje, in Kisii, and then of course Bomet, tukisonga hivyo. So I'll be keeping you posted. I'll be sharing the videos, I'll be sharing the photos, I'll be injecting there. So just in case there is any challenge in the Rift Valley guys wanna face, just put it in my DM. Then of course nikipewa mic, nikishapata ile mic, I'll know exactly what to talk that resonate with those people from that area. And so muendelee kutuombea tafadhali. Mimi kitu mimi utaka tu kwenu bana ni maombi tu peke yake, yeah, because everything is just vanity. And so mkinipia maombi tu ni kwa salama, then honestly everything will be okay. So if you wish to join us even next time, just let me know. My number inakuanga hapo. Hii namba iko hapa juu. Hii kwangi namba ya simu na WhatsApp. Ukitext kwa WhatsApp utanipata, but I'll take a lot of time to respond to you. The number yenye kwa WhatsApp direct yenye iko kwa profile yangu, ukiklik hapo ukiangalia hiyo picha inakuanga hapo chini kuna link. That link takes you direct to my WhatsApp, and so we can converse there. Hii namba iko hapo inakuanga other purpose, of course. Thank you.
Talking of other purpose, inakuwaga ya purpose kama saa hii ni time ya mabonga kutafuta fuel. Anatafuta fuel asirudi na mat kama last time, ama nimechoma. Asirudi na mat.
Last time we encountered a drunk driver, and what we saw, it's only God that we are here. So ensure that you continue praying for us. That's why nimesema mtuombee bana. Yeah, I have a lot of challenges out there, and so just your prayers are enough. Yeah, mtoke kwa maombi bana. Ndugu zangu Smack kutoka Coast, tafadhali ukisoma Quran, ensure you mention my name bana. Ndugu zangu wa Islam, ndugu zangu wa Kristo, tafadhali ukisoma Biblia na uende kuomba, ensure you are saying a word, na uniombee. Hiyo jina yangu official ni Marvin Mabonga. So omba bana, ukililia kwa hiyo jina na Mungu of course atashuka.
Mavo ameanza campaign mapema. Anyway, ni poa kuanza campaign mapema. But anyway, we have to keep talking. We remember we have one country very beautiful called Kenya. Now, Keoti ameguzia kitu. This is like taking a risk. Yeah, it's the biggest risk. It's the biggest risk fighting for your own country, fighting for the flag. Because sasa hatuna mtu yote wa kutupigania, and this one comes with a lot of, like I'm saying, risks. It is my appeal, wakati KOT Morara wanakuja kwa ground, remember we are already threatening an empire that has been existing for so many years. The political empire ni a very organized empire, ni watu wamekuwa kwa hii game, kwa hii mchezo for a very long time. So in terms of organization, the dirty way, goons huku chini wanakuwa wamejipanga. So it takes good Kenyans, mimi na wewe, kuprotect watu kama wakina Keoti na wakina Morara. So let's the happenings that took place in Embu, where a very one of the most controversial MPs from, he's called Ruku. Remember, Ruku is one of the individuals who at some point wanted to introduce a bill in parliament to curtail our freedom of expressing ourselves in demos. Huyo jamaa alikuwa ametokea na he really allowed the people of Embu, they dealt with him hapo kwa hapo. So whenever this convoy comes, whenever these guys come, it is ni wewe na mimi tunafaa kuwapea ile security. Let us protect our people. That's the moment you engage with them, because when politicians wanakuja chini, wanakuja kwa ground, wakati Ruto anakuja huko, the first thing he's surrounded by and surround you on all arms of security. Sasa sisi hatuna hiyo nini. So it takes Kenyans of goodwill kama wewe na yeye to protect, because this comes with a lot of risks. But we need again not to buy the fear. We need to go outside there, because sisi ndio tunafaa to liberate the country. Moving forward, I can see a couple of hands up. I don't know if it is a reply. So let me start with Sir. Sir, unanisikia?
Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm audible enough. Maybe you can confirm to me.
Yes, you are 100%.
Hello?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Number one, I want to start by applauding all the speakers who have come on board to discuss the various key concerns about our trajectory as a country, where we are moving to. And I want also to, in a very brief, to also to stress my points, respective of how we feel that we have a country that we feel that we are not governed in the right manner that we expect as the constituents. So today, as we all gather here to discuss all these essential key issues, we feel like in many recent times that we have seen foundations of our democracy have been shaken a lot. The rule of law, which should guide our actions, decisions, are being undermined. So the law itself, this culture that our leaders have put in all these sectors, starting with the judiciary, the legislature, and even the executive itself, look at also the oversighting bodies like the ESCC. These are bodies that are supposed to come on board and put our leaders to account. But one of the major concerns is that these institutions were established to protect our rights and ensure that our leaders act responsibly. But look at what is happening. These bodies have totally failed to fulfill their responsibility. And that's where our question comes in. When will these bodies realize the urgency of our responsibilities? When will they realize that, can we now put aside the politics? Can we put aside the favorism? Can't we come and do the check and balance? Can't we have a country that is progressing in terms of economic, in terms of socio-political, in terms of putting all the sectors aboard so that we can create job employment for youths? Look at the graduates that universities produce every year. Where are they going? They don't know. They don't have a plan. They're just there. They just having a government that doesn't have a clear plan, a roadmap on what they're doing. So as I move on, we can also say that we as the citizens, we feel that we have that disconnect from the government, because number one, many of us have lost trust in this system. I bet no one can put trust in this. No one can come and say that we all trust this government. We have totally disconnected ourselves from the trust to this government. And it deepens the gap between the government and the people. So we need to recognize that governance is not just about those in power. It is about the responsibility they have to serve the public. When this bond is broken, the future of our nation becomes uncertain. Look where we are as a country. Look where we are as Kenya. The second layer of the government, we are seeing a disconnect from the deputy president and the president, a fallout. Surely 2 years, 24 months, nothing has been done. You cannot tell me that you have a government that every public sector, every sector is failing. Look at the education sector. Look at the health sector. Nothing that someone can say that or can defend that something is being done here. Look at the transport sector. What is happening at JKA right now? Now, how can you tell me that now we have a government that has competence? How can we come and say we can defend this government by saying that it's a working government? But today, you can see even what is happening. We can see the members of parliament coming together, collecting signatures because they want to impeach one of their own. And why? Because maybe they've created that culture of looting our resources until they feel like now I'm also supposed to loot more than the other. They start fighting each other because of our resources. Even this impeachment, you will not be shocked to find that the kind of disagreement they're having is because of our resources that they're supposed to run our country. They are fighting because of our resources. And some of us will just sit there, now have sympathy for them. Now the president is fighting the president is fighting the deputy president. Why? Are we now feeling that are we now being sidelined? No. Actually, one thing I need to appreciate the Generation Z, because I think I've seen it. They don't have that tribalism. They don't have that tribal in us. I think it's high time that we've come to realize that no matter what, no matter any region block that we have, we can see a leader that who can deliver. I think that is the person that we have to put trust. We check on that person. If he fails, we just come on his neck for accountability. But you see, today where we are, we are on ourselves. No one is talking about our interest. Politicians have come on board just trying to protect their interest. They just want to protect their opulence, nothing else. And I think one thing that I'll leave everybody that with is that I know right now we are still on course to try to rectify some of the system in this government as the citizens. Yes, we can't have that much strength to push some things because after all, this is the government of the day that we have, but we can plan something. These 3 years are this is a very good time for us to plan. Number one, we make sure that we have the voting card, we have our IDs. I know there are those constraints that they've put so that the Gen Z, they don't be given ID, right? But you just apply, have those credentials. When it comes for election and you just have a friend that does not have a voter, there's nothing that you're going to talk with that person. There's no way that we can just come here on online platform. We just keep on repeating things that we usually say every day. But when it comes to doing them, we don't do them. We're just sitting there online browsing TikToks. Some of us don't want to engage ourselves knowing which kind of these things that are being passed in parliament. Only I'm very sure, even if we just try to check on ourselves, many of us just went to follow up on the impeachment motion for Gachagua. But let us ask a sincere question to ourselves. How many times do we listen to the proceedings in the parliament? How many times have you listened to some of the bills, some of the motions that have been brought before the parliament? Are we following up on these things? And yet when we come and just see now things are not on our side, also we come and just trying to raise questions. So my point is that regardless of anything that is happening in our country, we're supposed to keep track. Let us be on board. Let us come together and follow up on every public sector, everything that is happening, whether be it Ministry of Sport, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Agriculture, everywhere. We occupy everywhere. And when we mean accountability, we have to be strict on it. Be it coming on streets the way we are doing it, consistency is the key. Now look at what is happening in our country at the moment. Now we are being taken away from our focus. Now coming to focus on very things that don't have essence in our country. Now how will Gachagua help me surely? How will Gachagua help those children who have been buried today to the graves? How will Gachagua going to help the parents who have lost those kids there? We've killed the future of our kids. We're having a government that doesn't even care about what is happening, about our kids' education, nothing. we are just left on our side alone. We're just alone on this. So I think what even like I just want also to congratulate what Morara is doing, trying also to educate. Civic education is very important. When we are informed, because information is power. When you have information from where you sit from, when you are fully informed, because I know that this generation where we had Generation Z, these are very educated generation. Is ile pale tunaweza sema tunabeba ufala hivyo? Hapana, because these people have realized that many of us, we are informed with the constitution. We can even quote the clauses, the articles. We know our rights. And they are not happy the way we are fully informed about all these things, because they used to see us that we are just, there are these people below age of 30. They don't know anything, but they are being shocked. And that is why you can see them grouping themselves. How many of you they expected that Raila Odinga will come to side with RUTO? This is because these people are very greedy. They just come they just come together so that they can just try to maybe protect their interest. So this clearly shows that there's nothing that we need to have sympathy for these people. They play the same politics, nothing they're doing. Look where we are right now. The country is just going to politics. There's no work that is being done. Everybody just talking about politics. Lecturers are on strike. How many what did it take so that they can just come to sit on table and agree? Parents are still paying for the household, for the students, from where they just do the operation from home to school. Their rental houses, they are paying rent. How come that all these 1 month that has gone for strike, no classes going, nothing, just at home doing nothing? And then you just tell me that now we just also sit there with just do nothing? I think we are tired of this government. I think we've seen the worst they can do for us. There's nothing. We have no trust at this government. And in conclusion, I think the part we take as a country depends on our collective action. We must come together as citizens, civil society, and institutions to restore the rule of law and strengthen our governance. Only then can we build a bright future for Kenya. One where justice prevails, accountability is the norm, and every citizen feels empowered to participate in the democratic process. So I think the task is left on our side. Let us join hands together. This is not the time maybe we should be blaming ourselves. Why are they doing this? No. In fact, we shouldn't be caring about these people. In fact, I'm very happy to see the way they are fighting. Let them fight, because once their fight will never assist us in anything. It will never bring food on our table. They're just fighting for their children. They're just fighting for their relatives, for their families. Even though we just come and say that our son of the mountain is being politically sidelined, just going on seats because of him. Look at the people who took credit on the Generation Z protest. Look at the people who are being appointed to government, who took credit of our efforts we did, waking up in the morning, not even taking anything, just going to sit so that we can defend our democracy, we can defend the rule of law, we can defend this country, the future of our children, our education. They don't even want us to be educated so that we can come to put them in account. How surely can you consolidate all the funds? How can you categorize students in different bands without having public participation? How can you put something in effect and then you come to seek public participation after something has been implemented? Really? I think we need to have a very lengthy conversation and very healthy. I bet we have the people we have in government are maybe they are having some mental problem. The things that even our president is speaking abroad and here in Kenya are very different things. Recently, he said that that Ford Foundation was the one that was funding the Generation Z. Today, now they're saying it is the deputy president who was funding the protest. When he was abroad at the US, he was saying, oh, the Ford Foundation is doing a good job in helping our country in terms of economic transformation. Now, like, where are we? what is this guy saying? And then we just put our trust on this guy. I think these are even people who don't know what they're doing. They're just wasting our resources, wasting our time. And this time will never come back. So I think, as I just finish from here, I think we should be very vigilant on ourselves. Let us stand very firm. Let us have that straightforwardness. Let us put our minds together. We have lawyers. We have doctors. We have economists from ourselves. We are learned. We can sit, we can put our minds together, and I'm pretty sure that we can take this country forward. It doesn't mean we don't need RUTO. We don't need Raila Odinga. Who are they? We don't need these big fish. We ourselves, we can be those big fish. We have the minds. We have the brains. We can reason. We can put a proper leadership, a leadership that is working for this country. We need to have managers. We are tired of these politicians. We need to have people who follow the rule of law. We need to have people who adhere to the rule of law. So we will keep on talking all these things.
I'm waiting for you to land.
Yes?
I'm waiting for you to land. I think I've given you enough time, so I'm waiting for your closing statement now.
Thank you very much. As I'm closing, let me just close, because I think we'll just keep on talking until tomorrow. As I close, I think my stressing point is that I think we should be conversant with our rule of law, because everything that happens in our country revolves around the rule of law. So if we have people who follow the rule of law, if we have our institutions being grounded on the rule of law, they do their job without being compromised, without being influenced politically, I think we could be in a very better position as a country. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys for being there this time, because we are here to shape up our country, and that is Kenya. And may God bless this country. Thank you.